Hello everyone, I'm going to show you some collage techniques using mixed media. I started on a piece that I started a long time ago and I decided I would continue it. This is using colored art tissue paper. The medium is a clear acrylic gloss medium. When applying tissue paper or any paper or objects for a collage, you have to apply the medium to the surface underneath. Place the paper on top where you want it. Smooth it out with either your hands or a brush or both. Make sure all the air bubbles are gone, and then apply the medium on top again with a brush. You may have to do this several times or even overlap your paper or objects, applying medium in between. I had to decide where I wanted my colors and where I wanted to place them. No paper in this collage was cut using scissors. I hand tore all the paper myself. For places where I wanted a certain shape or a curve, I would review the space beforehand and then tear my paper accordingly. Sometimes I would take the end of my brush and trace out the space or the curve onto the tissue paper and then tear it out by hand. Another way to fill spaces is just to fill up the area with torn or cut pieces of paper that fit inside the section. Here, I had to apply the yellow art tissue paper in layers because it was too thin and not dark enough. So I stacked up the pieces that I had already torn, and I had to apply the medium in between each layer. You can't miss any spots when you apply the medium for a collage. Here is where I started to use paint. This collage is mixed media. It's a combination of art tissue paper, pencil, acrylic paint, and other paper. I alternated between areas of tissue paper and paint when I was deciding on where I wanted to put what. This is an interesting technique that I tried for this section. I applied the tissue paper for the section in which I wanted it. It was overlapping into the next section. So I applied the medium onto the part in the section where I needed it, and it wet the tissue paper in the right place. The part that was left was dry. Then when the medium dried, I was able to tear off the edge. I used the medium like scissors. Most of this is just me filling in the sections. For this part, I wanted to incorporate the green into the purple so it could be a smooth transition. And here's where I used some more paint. Anytime you use 2 or more media in the same piece, it qualifies as mixed media. Now the surprise here is there's another panel to this piece. I loved incorporating the paint and matching the colors. As you can imagine, it took me a long time to do this piece. I was able to use my brush with the wet media to create an edge with the tissue paper. And fingers helped too. I wanted to give it that textured, overlapped look like I got with the tissue paper, so I used paint to do so. Same here with my strokes of paint. I used my brush strokes to create texture. And that's it. It took me almost 2 months to complete this piece. Thank you for watching.